Hey everybody, Delilah Taylor here, and welcome to the James and Delilah Show. This is the Live Product Creators Lab for today, and we have a number of guests with us. And what we're going to talk about today is problems that you encounter during launches, because it happens to everybody. And in fact, James and I are about 36 hours from a launch, already having computer crashes and things, sales pages going funky. So, and these little tweaks and things happen, and how do you handle them, and what do you do, and how do you bring it back? Because everybody's going to run into it. James, what do you think?
You know what? It just happens because a lot of times what happens is that a lot of people don't prepare for their launches. And I feel like that's the main problem. It's just that when, I've said before, when that you have a launch coming up, before you post it, try to have everything already done because your sales page. I'm not saying that I always do this myself. So it's like a carpenter that actually produces fine furniture for everybody else, but you look at his furniture or a maid, whatever, cleans houses. It's not the nicest looking house because he's doing it for everybody else. But recommendation: try to have everything done ahead of time because there's too many foo bars. And does everybody understand what foo bars are? Well, I don't want to say it on the show, but look it up. And I'm going to promise you, there's going to be so many distractions when you launch. There's going to be stuff, for example, maybe your computer crashes in the middle of a launch, or your sales page is not coming up, or maybe the server is slowing down because you have so many people coming on and sending so much traffic to it. Hopefully you'll have that problem, but that does happen. What does everybody else think? Art, what do you think about that?
Well, you definitely have to be ready, and but something always comes up. No matter how ready you are, and how well everything is prepared. Just with our last launch, 3 hours before the actual launch, we found out that the whole funnel disappeared from JVZoo. So we just panicked, and then after 2 3 minutes of panic, we said, okay, we just have to move everything over to Wear Plus. But we already had a number of affiliates that they already requested their affiliate link, and they had the email scheduled and everything. So it was actually good that it was the three of us on the launch. So me and David, we were just contacting everyone, hitting everyone up, and just making sure that they are not using the old link, and then with his VA, they were just moving everything to Warrior Plus. So it was a little bit crazy, but in the end, it worked out fine.
But keep in mind, folks, that the time that did happen, just to give a little, what happened was most of the guys that were at the Market Mayhem. So
Yeah, exactly.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
Art didn't have, but I told him, I said, well, you know what? Most of those guys, they have these things called this, so they can actually sometimes fix it. But it does happen. But what I recommend also is if you can actually partner up with somebody. And that's what a lot of the folks are doing right now, because if you want to do this by yourself, I think it's almost like mass suicide, because the problems, first of all, like I'm partnering up with a launch with Delilah on the 9th, which is a couple of days from now. If it wasn't for Delilah, I couldn't even get this launch up because she's doing this, helping to go after affiliates. I mean, it's too much for one person. Don't you agree, Delilah? It's a lot of work.
It really is. There's a whole lot that goes into it, and this is the first time I've ever partnered with somebody on a launch, so it's actually made it a lot easier because it's not one person doing it all. Because I would be up for days on end trying to do it. Um, Now, Vicky, you just launched this morning, right?
Yeah, yeah, actually.
Now, what we're talking about today are problems or situations that pop up during launches. How is yours going?
Actually, I also faced some type of technical problem, and I want to share with you guys that uh, when we are testing the funnel, when we are testing the purchase, so we saw that we are not able to get the money split. We set the JV agreement, but in the process we were not able to get the money divided in all of the three partners. So after that we decided that okay, so let's make like this. All of the money will be going to one partner, and after the launch will be completed, they will divide all. They can send us money from the wire transfer. So that's what we did.
Yeah. And there's always problems like that.
Hey,
Hey, Stace.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, okay. I know you had a launch not too long ago, and you're getting ready for one at the end of the month. Have
That's
you
right.
ever had experience problems or anything pop up, and how did you take care of it?
Well, yeah. I mean, at the moment, I'm just trying to cover my ass. I've just been on the phone with the hosting company, and what I'm looking to do, because I'm real paranoid about servers crashing on me on the day. So what I'm doing is I'm going to use a different hosting for the actual product itself, so the members area, where all the actual content is, and then I've just brought additional hosting, and I'm going to put all of the funnel sales pages on that separate hosting. So, I'm thinking that's going to be enough to help me out with, a sudden big surge of traffic. Just hosting like 5 or 6 pages on one server, and keep an eye on it as well, so nothing comes of it. So
Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to do to cover my ass on that one.
So anyway, I noticed that there's a cat in the hat in the room, and it's Mr. Henry. And I was going to ask Henry, what is any suggestions of how to get affiliates on your part? Because I know that you're pretty good at doing that yourself.
My name is Henry anyway. The way to get partners is very simple. I mean, first thing that you want to do is you just simply see what is your capacities in terms of how many sales you can generate for each partners. So for example, right now, let's just say right now you have roughly about, do you like my hat anyway?
I love your hat.
Let's just say right now you have roughly about you're able to send out is you want to be able to see, okay, if I can get 50 to 60 sales, can I promote 5-6 partners that allow me to generate roughly about 50 to 60 sales or not? So when you are able to do that, then you just go out there and then promote 5-6 people or 10 people at the same time. And indirectly, those partners going to start to say hey, who is this guy? Why does this guy is coming out of nowhere and he is able to become one of the top affiliates? Now that allows those folks, those marketers, to pay attention to you. So a lot of time people say that, hey, you know what, I need to go out there and get anybody to promote me. But what I will do differently is I will use a reverse engineer it, meaning that I'm going to promote other people's first. Now once you promote them, you get into the top 5 or top 10, indirectly you'll be able to start to see that they want to reciprocate with you anytime you want to.
Excellent. I mean, I totally agree with Henry.
I don't like this hat.
That's okay. You can change your hat. I'll give you a few more. So there you go. I gave you an angel hat because you're such an angel. So, but I was going to mention real quick is that personally on my side, and where I do, sometimes, most of the times, get quite a bit of affiliates. And a lot of people can say, you know what, I don't do that. I don't want to do that. I mail every day for somebody. And somebody says, well, what's your open rates? Oh, look at the leaderboard. Enough said. I mean, because a lot of people, I know they're going on and on. And I'd say the reason I mail every day is that you're building a relationship. And that is real powerful because people's businesses are reliant, their product creators are reliant on people they're mailing for them. And everybody, if you want to actually, let's say reciprocation. So for example, Hare Krishna, they give flowers out, right, everybody? So in return, something back. but try asking somebody to mail for you when you've never actually mailed for them in return. I mean, how does everybody feel about that? I mean, because I know a lot of you guys are getting hit up, and you're getting on their leaderboards, but a lot of them have never mailed for you in return after you've been on their leaderboard maybe 3 or 4 times. Anybody?
Yeah, I don't want to name any names, but yeah, some people are like that.
Yeah, we're not naming names, but it's just that what people are hearing it. See, we're doing this as a public service announcement, and that's what's going to help a lot of people that actually will say, you know what, I didn't realize that. And I think that's going to help a lot because everybody here promotes for everybody, including Henry Gold. And poor Henry, he's under the weather. I'm just letting everybody know. But even Henry, he promotes Delilah, Deck, Art, Abbas, Saul. I mean, Saul is amazing. He's like an 800-pound gorilla. He can crush any launch. Stace, Vicky, everybody here. But we all know this. But I think that's the power is called the reciprocation, the law of reciprocation. And I think that's a little bit more going to be more vital in this industry is really trying to promote for people that promote for you. I mean, if everybody agrees.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree to help everyone out, and I've got 2 goals to James. One is to be like prolific, like Henry Gold, to bring out as many products as possible, and my second goal is to promote hard. Every one of my list gets 2 emails a day about the same offer, and every day I'm happy to promote products that I believe in. And I know that every single time that I mail, I make money, and every time that I don't, that money doesn't come in. And I agree with you. I think it's important to message every day.
Well, that's why everybody loves Saw. Why they love Saw? Because Saw is always there for everybody. He's out there to give a testimonial. And you know what? If anybody, I mean, I'm going to tell you, he's basically the king of almost with a lot of reciprocation and giving testimonials. If you ever need anything from Saw, Saw is like right there. I don't care what it is. So you know what? Kudos to you, Saw.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything to say about really trying to get affiliates? Because I know there's a lot of big guys here that they're pretty good at it. What do you think about Stace?
I think you'd be very wise to pick who you want to be an affiliate for. You know, I think a lot of people. I mean, I get asked all the time. You know, can you promote this? Can you promote that? And I don't think anyone's really done any of their research on what my list is. You know, I mean, I'm into SEO, YouTube, make money online as well. But you know, some people are coming to me with other stuff that's just not related, and I'm like, yo, look, I know if I mail that out, it's not going to work. So,
True.
You know, I mean, going to the Warrior Plus and checking out the leaderboards and seeing who's on there and what their product is, you know, and you know, hitting them people up in the same kind of niche as you is I think is really powerful.
Very true. I totally understand what you're saying. For example, I don't normally mail for product creation and sometimes offline. I just don't do as well. But not saying that I haven't hit #1 on some of the leaderboards out there. But that's just like, for example, if you watch a movie, and what my brother says, you always see the previews. If it's a scary movie, you're going to see previews for a scary movie. If it's an action movie, you have previews for an action movie. So just like Stace said, we want to basically mail for what we have so we don't get 80 to 100 unsubscribed.
You get better conversions as well, don't you?
I mean,
obviously.
Boss, how do you pick products to promote, or how do you pick who you want to ask to promote for you?
Is that aimed at myself?
It's a boss. He's on the.
I'm not sure if he can hear us.
I've talked to a boss, everybody, and the boss is amazing. I mean, if anybody doesn't know a boss, he was on one of my launches with Chris Cole. Oh my gosh, this guy was a furious 800-pound gorilla. He came out of nowhere. I think he said he had a list of 300 people. All right, that is insane. And everybody remembers that launch. We had like 80% conversions on that page. And I think he was going up against, I'm not going to name any names because, you know, we don't do that here, but it was a friendly competition between 2 or 3 people, and they both wanted I think it was $500 or $600, whatever cash we were given with no minimum prizes on that cash launch. And I thought that any one of these, actually 4 people could have took it. And a boss came out of nowhere and just crushed that competition. I was unbelievable. And he told me how he's doing it. but it takes insane amount of work really to take it to that level. I mean, he builds a relationship with his list, and I'm going to tell you, he takes the prize money almost every time, and he gets the #1 on the leaderboard. Boss, you hear what I'm saying?
Yes, James, I'm so sorry. My connection is so bad.
Oh, man, I was telling him how you crush leaderboards with a small list. Tell everybody how big your list is. I think it was like 600 people.
You can see almost 300 subscribers.
300 subscribers. Is that what you said? Folks, he has around 300 subscribers. And
Are they all relations, James?
People with like 10, 20,000 email list. So, I mean, I'm going to get him to actually come on when he has a better internet connection to explain exactly what he's doing, because that is going to be the biggest hangout and the most viewed hangout there ever was. Because you imagine crushing it against all these heavy hitters, trying to get the #1. I mean, it's insane. But you know what he also does, is I've been talking to it, is mainly he goes after $7 products, because just like Stace said, that you want to go after stuff that's related to your list. What do you think, Deck?
Yeah, absolutely. Can I just mention a stipulation that I think you should bring in, firstly for these hangouts, that, and I think Delilah will agree with me, that everybody should wear some kind of headwear.
Is there
Is that okay? Stace has one, Henry has one, Delilah has one. You shouldn't let them on, James, if they have no headwear.
Means have a cowboy hat or whatever. Or...
Yeah. Oh, James, sorry, I still have to send yours over, so yours is in the post, man.
Yeah, you did promise me, didn't you?
It's on the way. It's on the way with the pigeon.
For that, I'll wear that. I'll wear my Irish hat when I comes in.
Absolutely, I've sent it over by my pigeon, my carrier pigeon.
All right. So, so anybody else? What do you think about really? I mean, for example, conversions. Henry, can you tell us a little bit about conversions? I know you're a man. I mean, you know a lot about conversions. How do you make funnels convert?
Depends on the situation itself. I mean, I cannot say that everything applies to, you know, I mean, every strategy applies to the same conversion itself. Like if you are selling software, it's going to be different from Make Money Online, different from the private label rights. And what I will suggest you to see, or the people that listen to this call to see, will be, you have to think in terms of a few things. What can you do to make sure that the audience will see that the product that you offer is worth 10 times of what you're giving away? So for example, like let's say right now, if I give you $10, will you give me $1? If I give you a pig, will you give me a cow? It's just the mindset of what can I do to make sure everything that I offer to you is really worth $10 in front of your audience. Now there's 3 other elements that I would say in terms of the copywriting wise, conversion wise. If you give people what they want, they will buy it. If you give people what they need, they may buy it. If they want, they will never buy it. So a lot of time people trying to overcomplicate things in which that they don't get any sales or whatsoever. But the truth is, if you give people what they want, what they're looking for, they will definitely buy it. Now in the Make Money Online niche, what I discovered recently is a lot of people have a tendency, they want something that is more toward how much money I'm going to make from this. They don't care about the strategy. They don't care about what they are going to learn. But it's more like, what is in it for me? What is the result I'm going to get if I buy your product? Now, in a private label rights niche would be what kind of product that I'm going to receive when I pay my $10. Now, with the software, it's a little bit different. What kind of features will I get? You know, how many clicks do I need to do in order to get things done? Like, let's say if I'm going to click 3 clicks, then this software is going to work certain ways. So it just depending on different kind of mindset. Now, in terms of coaching-wise, is another different animals. It's more like, what is in it for me? How can this product solve my problems? It's a lot of elements that is unknown. So in terms of conversion-wise, it's difficult to say, depending on the niche, depending on the market itself. So you got to we got to do a lot of research. That's for sure.
Definitely.
What happened? What are you confused, James? Are you confused?
What happened? No, I was going to mention that really you have to try to make sure that your product and your OTLs are congruent. Don't mix up a Facebook with a YouTube unless it's maybe Facebook or fan page video cache. Then you can do that because both products are congruent. But if you're doing an Amazon product and then all of a sudden you're trying to do maybe something, try to keep it congruent. That way you're taking them people and your customers right straight to the funnel. I mean, that's the best way. You're putting a mastermind. Don't put a mastermind, for example, for Facebook when it's about Amazon. You want to take them right straight to the chain, and that's my opinion. What is your opinion on this, Saul?
Yeah, I mean, I've got different lists. I think the most important thing is to segment them. So my CPA list gets every day, like CPA offers. Facebook list gets Facebook offers. General list get like. It's very good to segment it, and as you say, is that if someone, for example, becomes interested in playing golf, they want to buy as many golf products as possible. Same thing is that people, like, if they are into CPA, I've never seen a list that buys more than a CPA list, just as an example. Facebook, the guys on the list buy, but CPA, they will buy. I've got some people that will buy every day when I email them. I can see it's the same, like, handful of people that buy every single day. I hope they're implementing them.
So, what is everyone's best strategy for getting the emails opened when you mail them? Are you using the swipes that are provided, or are you changing it up, or are you writing something completely on your own after you review the offers?
Can I take that one? I have something to say about that. This industry has to pick up their game on email swipes. I mean, I look at some of these email swipes, and I'm looking at them, I'm like, have you seen some email swipes that really just, that's not going to convert? And I think that's one of the things that I think that everybody should pick up their game is email swipes. I'll tell you why. It's very easy. A lot of people, English is not their first language. I was working with a partner before, and that's when I first realized this. And he told me, he says that I can't write my own email swipes. I said, why? And he just basically told me. I think he was from Norway or some country or like that. Doesn't really matter. Could have been Norway, Sweden, anywhere. But the fact was that he always has to use those email swipes. So wouldn't you want your affiliate, especially he's got to have 30,000 email lists, to have a great email swipe, and he'll knock it out of the park? And how long does it take to actually do your own email swipes? I'd say about an hour at the most, maybe, to make 3 of them. What do other people think? What do you guys think about that? Do you think we should make better email swipes? And do you think that would help them convert? I mean, I do.
Sorry, James. I think a lot of people don't actually bother sitting down. They think lastly about email swipes. I mean, they get everything sorted, the product sorted, get the affiliates on board, and the last thing, I know guys in his life went looking for, when I haven't got time, I went looking for, when I was in mid-launch or whatever, I went looking for swipes, and some people didn't even have them, Some people aren't even providing swipes. So, I mean, as well, I think your own list, you should know what type of swipes your own list sort of convert better too. Do you know what I mean? So no point in grabbing other people's swipes if they're not going to relate to the list that you're sending it to.
Yeah, exactly. So see, sometimes I look at the swipes not just to use them myself, but to get bullet points about what the product is. And that helps.
I was about to say that, James. A lot of time we still should provide the swipe emails. The reason why, because we still have those bullet point benefits. A lot of time when I create a swap emails, I put out all the bullet point benefits, the features benefits, and all these details. The reason why you want to put all the features details, because the only one that knows what is in the product itself. So if they can write down all the features benefit the audience would receive. And what happened is, the person that's gonna mail it for them, they'll be able to say, oh, you know what? This is the features benefits. I know what I need to do now. I just simply copy and paste what I need. from the email swap itself. But if you just say, you know, like there's no features benefit or whatsoever, it's going to be difficult for any affiliate marketers to send out because they have no clue what they need to write. So if you have the features benefit, just lay down one by one, feature by feature. Like let's say for the for some of my projects that I've done in the past.
Henry?
Yeah, he's there. His internet.
Grab those information. Can you hear me? Oh no.
Yes, I hear you. So you're talking about lay out the features and the benefits, and it helps you construct your own email, right?
Yeah, exactly. So if you have the bullet point benefits ready, and marketers will be able to just grab them right away.
It's totally right because you know what, folks, I can usually crush any leaderboard if I really wanted to. I mean, but the whole thing was that what helps me crush a lot of leaderboards is if I have the features and the benefits. Because when I have at least 3 emails, I can kind of piece and piece. You know, take me a little bit quicker to get my email out. There's been times when I didn't have a good email swipe. It literally took me maybe an hour and a half to get a good email because I spend that long and that much time because for me to actually look to crush a person's leaderboard, especially if I'm building a relationship, that's very important to me. But I want to take the extra time because you know what, it can be equal at $700 or $1,500 that day for me. I mean, what is anybody else have any thoughts on it? I know that Saul does. Oh no, Delilah, yes.
No, Vicky, were you wanting to say something? Something in there, hon?
Actually, the last promotion, I have a Kindle list of 450 people, and what we did was that around 1 week ago there was a launch. I don't know, a 48 hours Kindle something launch, and he didn't have a JV page also, and he also don't have a email swipe. So what I did was that first of all I made around 44 sales or 45 sales from that launch, because what I did is that first of all I sent a pre-sale email, and after that on the first day of launch 1 email, on the second day 2 emails, on the third day 3 emails. So I did around a very good amount of money by it.
Did you write the emails yourself for that one? Yeah. Now, there's been times where, I mean, I have my own swipe file where I've run across emails that I absolutely love.
Mm-hmm.
They're just well written in it, so I'll toss them in a file, and I'll reuse them on launches, you know, later on down the road, because I'm an awful writer. I'll be the first one to admit it. I don't like it. It takes me forever to do it. But if I run across something I really, really like, I'll save it and then readjust it for whichever launch I'm using. Has anybody else ever done this or worked in that sort of manner?
Well, a lot of...
Go on. Obviously, you're going to have swipes that convert much better than other swipes, and it's a very good idea, as you said, to keep an eye on the stats from the emails you send. I mean, and you can adjust them accordingly to the different products that you're promoting. You know, once you have a decent swipe that converts, hang on to it and put it in a file, and then just reuse it to. Like, there's no problem, sort of rehashing a swipe to a different product, as you know. And if it converts, then why not keep it? And I mean, your subscribers aren't going to remember the exact wording of every email you send to them, obviously, because they get so many of them. So why not use the one that works?
Sure. Hey, Art, what do you want to say, hon?
Yeah, I mean, some people do, like, you know, when they add email swipes to their JV page, they hit different angles because all of our lists are different, right? So you know, I really appreciate when someone has like a free traffic angle, or a CPA angle, or a general, you know, angle, because not, you know, maybe even the same product, let's say a CPA product, will convert poorly with my list, but if I'm going to hit on the free traffic angle, it will do much better. So I think it's very important to, you know, to have just a variety of different email swipes for different people with different lists.
That's a good point. You're right. I saw that earlier on somebody's launch, but they had like 4 or 5 different ones, and it was all different angles that way, so it would fit just almost any list that you had. So yeah, that was a great idea.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Something else I want to mention real quick. When I'm looking for a product to promote, I notice a lot of people, they'll just do list building. And now, how I feel about it is that even if somebody spends $5, $4, $7, I don't care, $100, they're looking for a business in a box. And sometimes they just don't want something where maybe it's just a method of maybe traffic. What I try to look for when I promote for something is maybe traffic. I don't care if it's Facebook, but give me something that's possibly where the traffic is going to and to put food on the table for everybody, and where that you're actually making money. For example, if it's let's say it's YouTube, and show maybe how it's promoting with CPA Cash and how they're making money with that. I mean, has anybody ever noticed that? Really, it's just not list building per se. It's really converting well for you, but it's maybe a traffic method plus maybe a ClickBank or Amazon where they have income sitting there. I mean, that's what because I always, when I promote, I try to promote as a business in a box. Anybody have any thoughts on it? Like Saul, I know Saul's always doing something.
Yeah, I think it's the more effort that we put into our campaigns, the more money we make, as you say. And swaps are good, but you don't want to use ever swap word for word. You have to adjust it to your voice. And, you know, James, in your show, you add a lot of value because you interview people. So long as you're adding value and you mailing, and you're adding, you're going to be making sales, but people do expect value, which you give a lot of.
Yeah, exactly. But when you're putting out a product, I think it's good to actually also have traffic, and then have something where you're sending traffic where you're making money with it.
Let me mention something because I get to go very soon, especially this is all of a sudden. I will agree with you, James, completely. Because when you create a product, it's very important that you focus on a complete solution. That is what's selling right now. I mean, I can put up a product right now at a price of $97, and I would say that my conversion could go as high as 3-4%. And I have done something like $1,500, which is $1,500, without any like a webinar or anything like that. It's just a product itself. I'm able to close it at 2%. The reason why is because a complete solution. Now, if we are able to create a product that is focusing on a complete solution, I think it will work really well. So I hope that helps. And then I know this is last minute then, but thank you so much.
Thanks for being on. I just had Henry come on the last minute because I know he's a master of conversions and a lot of that. So thanks for being on, Henry.
I'll be more than happy to come up next time, but let me know ahead of time.
I said, you know what, this how it worked. I go, Henry, you around? He's like, what's up, James? I said, click this link. All of a sudden, he appears on the hangout. What the heck am I doing here? So that's when it sounds off, and it came back
nice meeting you all. Nice meeting you all. Like, I know I haven't met you personally, but I'm looking forward to know you guys, and hopefully we can get in touch. Please add me as a friend on Facebook, okay? See you guys.
See you later. Have a good one, Henry.
Bye, Henry.
Right. See you, Henry. Bye.
Yeah, man, it's funny you should say about a business in a box, James, because that's exactly what my next product is on the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking complete newbies and giving them a solution to, find. Basically, they're finding expired domains and able to sell them in, very, very simple in Facebook groups and, just using a Facebook account and having a PayPal account, and they can get themselves up and running and scale this as well as a business as well, So using free software, using a Facebook account and a PayPal account, and you can be up and running, earning money, and if you want to take it that far, you can scale it as well. It is a business in a box, as you say. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
All right, yeah, I gotta know what does everybody else think? What are your ideas about possibly putting it all up front, doing everything, and maybe dropping part of the funnel aspect of it? And just doing it all front end and charging a higher price right from the beginning.
Who wants to take first, or you want me to go first?
I don't care.
All right.
I'll take it you want.
Okay. Here's my thought on this. When you're actually going to that mode, it better be a major wow factor. And that's all I got to tell you. It better be the best things in sliced bread. It better be the whole enchilada. And then it better be a good value. Otherwise, people are going to say it's a good value, but you know what, just a little bit too high, or I'm going to think about it. It has to be a no-brainer. For example, I mean, sometimes when I put out launch, and sometimes even for $7, I'll add a piece of software for it. It's because it's a no-brainer. I want it. I'm getting a video course, and I'm getting software. You know what? I want it. Remember, everybody, this is how I feel. Small steps lead to big steps. So just try to actually bring them right up the funnel. I think you're going to make a lot more money in the end result. So what do you think, Art?
Well, yeah, I've never tried to, put up like a high-end product, but definitely, the more times they say yes, the easier it is. If even with selling my coaching, first they bought my product, then I promoted an upsell to them, and then for the next few days I was mailing about coaching, and they already knew me, they already bought from me, they already trusted me, so it was an easy sell at that point. But if I would just hit them up, out of nowhere with my coaching or with my high-end ticket price item, they wouldn't probably buy it. Not as many as of them as they did.
So,
anybody else?
Jack?
Yeah, obviously then you're going to have to do a higher priced product. You'd be talking about $27, $37, maybe more. Now, and then obviously you're going to have to reduce what percentage you're going to give to your affiliates then, because usually with a $7 to $10 product, you're giving them 100%. But what we found is that with a bigger funnel, obviously, we're going to be making more money on it. And I think, I don't know, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here now, I think people have gone off the fact now of this 100% commissions throughout the funnel, because I think it's all just sort of pointed towards a back-end product of, I'll say, a high-ticket offer at the end. But, I mean, at the end of the day, we're all in it to make money, full stop. And with a high funnel, or with a deep funnel, the more people buy, obviously, the more money you make on it. And I don't know if that's a thing, James, or any of the guys there think of the 100% funnels. Are they a thing of the past already? They were sort of all the rage there a few weeks back, and I think maybe it's changed now, has it?
Well, Delilah, or you want me to take that?
Actually, from the ones that I'm seeing here, and you're right, within the past couple of weeks, it has actually slowed down, because most everybody's going to 75% on the OTO1 and 50% on OTO2 and 50% on everything afterwards. The largest reasoning for doing sales is to get the email list. Well, you're going to get that on the front end anyway. You're going to get somebody's email address on the front end anyway. So whether they buy part 2, part 3, part 4, whatever, not that big of a deal, because you already have their email. So at that point, you're going to be making money. And the affiliates are still making money too.
You're not going to be making any money if you just sell the front end for $7, because all that's going to affiliates. So with that, you're looking for, say, 50% on the OTO1 and as a 50% on the OTO2. I don't know if people realize how much work goes into setting up these products and setting up these launches. So I mean, why would you give it all away in commissions like to affiliates? And we're all affiliates as well as product creators. I mean, we all understand where it's coming from.
Well, I'll tell you what's happening is that now we're having maybe 100 people on each day. Does anybody see that? I mean, so a lot of times I miss some of my good friends' launches, which unfortunately it happens unless somebody private messages me. So what's happening is that you see maybe 5 of your good friends out of maybe 20 people are launching that same day. And say, let me see, which one's more enticing? Okay, I see this one. It has no minimums on their cash. And I said, okay, the first price is $1,000. Okay, I can take that. And that does excite because I figure, you know what? I get cocky sometimes. That's how I am. Delilah knows how I am. And I said, should I send my PayPal to you right now? So but you know what? But it's on fun really. But a lot of times that'll entice people, such as Stephen Gilbert. He can slam anything out there if he wanted to. And sometimes those cash bonuses will actually entice him. Now, for example, let's say there's another gentleman that does extremely well, and he'll do a couple $1,000 on no minimums, and this guy's a total icon, and then he does 100% of the funnel. So when you see his, and then you see 10 other guys, who are you going to promote? So, I mean, it depends on what are you looking for. Are you looking for mainly the email list, or are you looking for maybe to make the money? But also remember that some of your friends may promote for you, but a huge majority of those guys are going to cross the line and maybe go to that one. What does everybody think about that?
Well,
I don't know.
I think, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. For me, if it's a really big launch, something that everybody's promoting for, regardless of what the cash prize is going to be,
Go out the other side.
Well, no, because I can't compete because there's people with so much larger lists than I. I would rather go promote for my friend. I'm actually going to make some money, and they're going to make some money. And if they do have a leaderboard, hey, I have a chance of hitting it, and they'll promote for me on the backside.
You know what?
Not to mention the other guys, the ones that are really big, that have the 100% funnels and the $3,000 launches and stuff like, they're not going to promote for me anyway. On most occasions. So I would rather stick with my group of friends that are here and promote them and stay friends with them and make money for them and make money for me and hit their leaderboards and let us grow together instead of promoting for somebody who's way out of my league that I can't touch any of their stuff anyhow.
I totally agree because that's what I was talking with Delilah because we picked some certain shows to promote certain people and I'm pretty sure we promoted for everybody here. And that's what I talk, because a lot of times I see something and I said, Delilah, there's going to be a lot of money being made, but we're not going to do very well on that. So let's find some of our friends that actually reciprocate, or actually some of our good friends that we're just good friends with. Like, for example, Dex, Saw, Art, Stace, or Vicky, or one of these guys, because we know that it's basically family. So that's what I basically start promoting more within our mailing, is to promote for our family, because our family takes care of everybody else and everybody within the family. So Vicky, what do you think about that?
Actually, I am very new. I had a question to Delilah and James that I am very new, means I am just a beginner. I only have around 2 to 3 months in this industry. So what I wanted to know is that I have a very small list, and a list where I can't promote a CPA or traffic. I only have a Kindle list right now. So how can I approach anybody? Because I have never promoted them, and they don't know me. So how can I how can I approach them so that they can promote me? I want to know about this question.
I'll tell you what happened with me and Vicky. Vicky, I'm going to promote for his product. I just like him. I'm going to tell you honestly. Vic, a lot of times I've done it with most of the people here, and I said, if you want a free 15-minute call, let's just shoot the BS. I don't care if you want to talk about anything, but it's all about relationships. And I think that if I was going to tell you, start making testimonials out. I think Saw is a king at making testimonials and relationships. And if you watch what he does, and you got to watch him because he's a master. He doesn't tell you. You just got to watch. And he even will actually congratulate people when they hit maybe product of the day. If I had to say who's one of the nicest guys I believe on the internet, I have to say Saul, because of that's what. And I think if you follow that path a little bit more, like you're doing already, I think you're going to get a little bit more people knowing who you are. Because it's not that, for example, if you just told me that you've been doing this for 1 year, I believe it. Because nobody really knows how long you've been doing this. So all I just say is start building a relationship, and then even if you send 5 sales to somebody, That's 5 sales that they didn't have, and you know what? They're going to totally appreciate you. And then you start putting your bonus in products. I think you're going to grow a lot bigger there. What do you think? I mean, anybody here? I mean, Dex, I know you have some thoughts on that.
Yeah. I'm only in this game nearly 8 or 9 months, James, and what really sort of brought me up a peg or two, Delilah will tell you, because myself and Delilah sort of got on board at the same time. But it is all in my mind and in my opinion about going out and making relations and relationships. And you know us Irish chains, we love to talk. I'll talk to anyone. And people who talk to you, and I mean, I think Skype and Hangouts are a great thing as well. If you talk to people one-on-one, like it's a different sort of kettle of fish if you're talking to somebody on pinging somebody on a Facebook chat. All right, they don't see you, and you can't, and you can talk whatever, or you can ping whatever you want, message-wise. But if you talk to somebody one-on-one, I mean, people here, I mean, I'll never stop talking to Sol. He just annoys me so much. He hypnotizes me into talking to him. Stace as well. Vicky, I've talked to. Delilah. I've talked to Delilah at 3 in the morning. I heard 3 in the morning when she's had no makeup or no bra on. I mean, these things happen, you know. And it's all about relations. I mean, and Art as well. I've spoken to him. I've done testimonials for Art. At the end of the day, Vicky, it's all about getting out there and befriending as many people as you like or as you can. And then once you're a friend with somebody, and once you start growing, that's half the battle. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Well said, Dak.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Just put yourself out there and congratulate people and give before you get, Vicky, and you're doing a good job. But you can always see how I wish people good luck, and that comes from my heart, and people notice it. And even if you don't get on the leaderboard, just because if you can show them that you mailed twice for them and you even offered a bonus, there's a lot of reciprocation that's going to come around your way very quickly.
Well said.
Yeah, man. Taking the product as well, you know. Taking the product and making it work, and you know, using yourself as a testimonial. You know, if you take somebody's product that they're releasing and you show, you know, the world that it's working, and you publicize that's massive. That's really going to get you in front of somebody.
Yeah, and I wanted to say that Vicky's stuff looks really professional, and you know, like I'm promoting for him today. And you know, I just saw his funnel, I saw his JV page. You know, the product was matching my list, so I said, yeah, you know, I know that he's Garab's student, so you know, Garab's always promoting for us. So you know, it don't look good. You know, we chat a little bit on Facebook, and you know, I'm actually doing very well. You know, I've sold even like a $300 upsell today, so not bad.
Amazing. And like I said, Vicky just launched today. And you can contact Vicky and you can get your JV link. I'm gonna tell you, I looked at his product and I was going through his product with him for the the 15-minute call, and I was amazed. I mean, Vicky will tell you, I was like, wow, this is good stuff. I said, and that's why I went inside the product creation group. There's about 430 people inside there. I go, guys, this is something you have to check out. And that's why I was going to say that. I'm not sure if everybody is in that product creation lab, but we're going to start doing is we're going to start picking one product a day, so for everybody to back, because I think that way you can get your product out there and more eyeballs inside that group. Because you know, I feel like it's really hard, and I hate knocking on doors, asking people to mail for you. I don't know about. I mean, if you're anybody like me, it's kind of boring a little bit too. I mean, but what do you think, Delilah? I mean.
Yeah, I think it's great. Do one post every morning in there of what the product of the day is, and say everybody, hey, go mail for this. This looks great. Go do it.
Yeah, I like, for example, Saw is launching something next week. We say, okay, we'll put on the calendar. I think we have to have a committee, really. And that's cool. I'd like to have Saw on, a few more, almost everybody here, and we'll just pick out what kind of product do we want for that day of the week, whatever. I think that'd be kind of cool, and everybody can really back that one person. And because pretty soon, probably by July 22nd, my birthday, hopefully, we'll have hat. So have maybe 1,000 people. Imagine 1,000 people promoting for you, and they maybe just sell 5 copies. Just 1 copy.
Yeah.
You get 1,000 sales.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think that's going to be an 800-pound gorilla, which will hopefully get you #1 in either Warrior Plus or JVZoo.
Yeah, definitely.
So those of you that haven't picked anything yet, mine will be product of the day for our group on the 9th. So
what's the name of that product?
hours?
Have you a launch? Have you a launch on the 9th tonight? No way.
Fan page video cache.
And
That's
what are the
fun.
okay? That's what we're gonna do also on here is that I'm gonna try because Vicky was saying how do we get known? We're gonna have people on the panel, so we can make everybody known on here. And then I also have a link where that we can have unlimited people, so who knows what they will have. But also on here we'll also have on the Google Hangout. Say for example, if Saul has a product, we're gonna ask for example questions. We're gonna ask you, okay, it's fan page video what you have. So and then what's the cash prizes? Delilah.
Oh, let's see. It's first place. It's 7 days contest for maximum sales. First place is $300. Second place is $200, and third place is $100. Now we're also having a speed bonus, but I don't remember what all the rules are on that. But they're on the JV page.
Well, it has no minimums. That's basically it. And
Yeah, there's no minimums, guys.
So does anybody else have a launch coming? I know that Stace has one coming out the 29th, I think he said.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, and then Art has one coming out, and I know he's launching with David Kirby and Anwish. Am I right there?
Yeah, on the 24th, but I'm actually launching another one on the 29th as well. So we're going to be competing.
Stace, my memory's not failing me. Deb, do you have anything coming out?
Well, I don't know. We might reveal something exclusively here live on the show, will we, Saul?
Very nice. We'll have more shows. And then Mr.
No, we have a launch on the 30th of April, a day after the two, myself, Saul, and Venkata.
Oh, Venkata.
Nice.
Venkata is a great guy. I love Venkata. Who's your other partner, Mr. Dick?
Mr. Moraney there beside you, Mr. Saul Moraney,
Oh,
the 800-pound animal.
Himself.
Yeah, Marcel, meet Declan and Venkata. It's a really nice idea that we'll share with you guys soon. Guys, do you know what I was doing today, James? Which I just want to tell you quickly. Have you read the 2015 traffic and conversion notes from your friend?
I haven't. That's my friend Colin. I think it is, isn't it?
Tim, I read it today. I got about 10 new product ideas, guys. 10 new product ideas. You don't understand what I've read. It's 125 pages. It's the traffic and conversion notes from Ryan Das, and it blew my mind. You guys must pick it up, or you can PM me for it. It's worth buying it for a few dollars. It's unbelievable product this, and.
Wow.
Literally, I've got about 10 product new ideas today. I'm just sharing with you guys. So it's one of the. I think it's one of the best investments anyone that's watching, and for all of us too, is go through these 2015 traffic and conversion notes. But these are the smartest guys in the internet marketing, and you don't understand what cool stuff I came across today.
Nice. Can you give me two products that or niches that you think will be the products for 2015, Mr. Marani?
Moraney, I think that CPA. In my heart of heart, I feel that CPA is the way of the future.
CPA?
In two ways. Well, yes. What I'm doing now is I'm building up my own personal CPA earnings via mobile, because everyone's on their mobile, going to Facebook, going to all of these sites mobilely on their mobile. And what I'm busy doing is setting up a retargeting CPA list, a retargeting with the different networks that is at about 30,000 people at the moment.
Wow.
So, like everything, if you listen to William Souza, who really does know his stuff, everything like the industry where we are now is lined up for CPA that's going to be taking off to personally make money. And like these are the sort of products that are coming. So that if someone's on their smartphone, it's a lot less chance of them actually buying a WSO or a JVZoo product directly from your Apple iPhone, correct? I mean, most people would go first to their computer and do it. But with these CPA offers, you can make money when a person literally just like swipes 2 buttons.
Wow, very nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's like, and everyone's on their phone all the time. So, look, I think the most important thing is that I'm being very prolific and bringing out a lot of products, but the most important thing is that to use these systems and see, for example, it's not only Facebook, there's a lot of different other social networks that can bring you traffic instantly. I mean, there's a lot of these.
Got it. And then
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at.
very nice. Thanks for that, Saul. Yes, Delilah.
Pleasure.
All right, guys, we have been on here for about an hour. We need to close it
Yeah.
up. I know we could all sit here and talk all day long because this is phenomenal. I love masterminding with other people and seeing how everything's done. But we all have things to do. James, we got to get busy. I mean, it's like 35 hours to launch now.
Yes. Well, you know what? We appreciate anybody that can hit the launch. It's Thursday. It opens up at what time?
1 a.m.
1 a.m. And we're ripping a page out of Saul Moraney's. Was that Moraney?
Moraney.
Moraney. I'll pronounce it. I'll say it 100 times. I always have it.
Mulroney.
And then it's going to be 100% front end. We're going to be 50% commissions. It's going to be high front ends, and it's going to convert like wildfire. We put fan page and video cash together, and we're showing how we're making tons of money doing this, especially with affiliate marketing. It's going to be no minimum cash prizes around, I think it's a couple $1,000. So if anybody can use a couple $1,000, jump on. And we do reciprocate, and you know what? We all try to reciprocate for each other. And like I said before, if you're launching and I don't hit you on launch day because there's 2 or 3 of you guys launch on the same day, I'll try to hit you, somewhere in between that week. And like I told Vicky, really, I mean, he has an awesome launch. Vicky just launched today, so if you get a chance to hit his, you know what? He totally appreciate it. It's a great product, and I saw the sales page. And you know what? 2 thumbs up to that. All right, I guess sayonara, asalega, and bye, Diaz.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.